In this video, I'm going to share with you your first winter camping trip. How to avoid freezing! This question is from a hopefully subscriber named Couch Potato. Love the name. Whoa, back up. I'm going on my first winter camp. My last one doesn't count because the snow melted. This time, lots of snow. I have a 20-degree down bag and froze last time, so I bought this full mat to add to my sleeping system. I was thinking of doubling up in the sleeping bag with a 40-degree synthetic, or could I get away with a woody? I love my poncho liner in daily life. Was thinking that I could take that and add it to my 20-degree. I have an insulated Big Agnes sleeping pad with an R 4.5. That's my all-season pad. I'm a cold sleeper. I just bought boots, maybe booties, because spell check's terrible on YouTube, because my feet are normally cold, but I'm a regular trail runner hiker. Shelter, I do have a 4-season tent, but to save weight, I was thinking about taking my 3-season shy of 3 pounds. Weather is clear, no snow in the forecast. Advice, Couch Potato, absolutely. The very first thing I have to recommend, do not ditch your 4-season tent. Do you need a crazy Hilleberg? Oops, that's upside down. Do you really need a crazy Hilleberg to go on 4-season camping? No, because I will tell you personally, I have used this, Integral Design silicone nylon tarp to sleep at 5 degrees in the Sierras. It was freaking cold, but with a proper sleeping bag, it really wasn't too bad. But if you're a cold sleeper and this is your first time out, I do not recommend doing that. I don't want you to get hurt. I would suggest putting the heavy back tent on your back and knowing that even though it's 3 additional pounds, you'll be able to haul that out, you'll be able to put that tent up, and you'll stay warmer and more comfortable. I have used this 3-season tent. This is the MSR Hubba. In the Arctic, was it the smart thing to do? No. I've used this in minus 45 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 42 degrees Celsius in Yellowstone in the dead of winter. Was that smart? No. But I've done it anyway. I still have all my fingers and toes. Am I the smartest chicken on the ranch? Probably not. The second thing you want to do, and by the way, at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you my super secret. The next thing that you're going to want to invest is, instead of trying to double up your sleeping bags and put a tarp over your poncho over your sleeping bag, which will cause moisture to build up in the bag, which is worse, is you really need to invest in a 0-degree sleeping bag, especially if you're a cold sleeper. This is my Western mountaineering envelope. It's 5 degrees and it's adjustable in the down, so I can turn this into a 0-degree bag, no problem. Yes, I know that sounds like a lot of expense, but you can get away getting a big box store 0-degree bag. They're not super incredible, but they totally do work. Check out links below. A link to the, I think it's a Teton 0-degree bag. It totally works. Is it as glorious as a Western mountaineering bag? No, but part of this channel is to show you that even though I'm sharing with you some of the ridiculous gear that I've purchased over the years, ridiculous not meaning bad, it's just crazy expensive. There's a reason for it, is that I want to show you that you can have a lot of fun adventuring in the outdoors and you don't have to absolutely blow the bank. It's just the way it is. The next thing I'm talking about, point number 3, is the layering of the sleeping bags. Yes, you can absolutely layer sleeping bags. Ideally, what you would do is have the down bag as your lower bag, the one next to you, and then the synthetic as your outer bag. There's a reason for this. When you're sleeping in your sleeping bag and the transpiration from your body, your sweat vaporizing, transporting through the down, as long as there is a warm vector from your body through the down, it will continue on, and then once it hits the outer shell, the synthetic, it might actually turn to liquid and then solid ice in your synthetic outer bag, but at least in your synthetic outer bag, it's not that big a deal. Personally, I cannot recommend enough just simply investing in a 0-degree quality bag. I know it's expensive, but I've had this bag pushing 20 years. It's served me super well. I don't know how many times I've used it, lost count, but I can promise you that if you invest in it, and it's not an investment like you get money back, but you don't freeze your fingers and toes, it is well worth it. The next thing that I suggest is getting a better air mat. I've got the, let's see, which one is this? Yeah, I've got my X-Therm super insulated air mat. This thing is super, super handy. Is it ridiculously expensive? Yes. Now, can you completely get away with stuff? So here's a trick. Polar explorers in the Arctic a lot of times just use a 4-inch or 11 centimeter thick full mat and just haul that across the Arctic. Super cheap. Convenient? No. Heavy? Yes. But totally functional. Combine that mat with a Z-rest on top of it, and then, not the bottom, because the cold soaking effect, I talk about that in my book, Adventure Expedition 1, the cold soaking effect. And this is the exact kit that I used in Antarctica, by the way, Antarctic Tears. But this pad with this Z-rest works super, super well. If you're really struggling, spend the money on the Xped, I think it's Xped 9 mat. That thing is incredible, down-filled, super, super warm. The next point, point number 5, I think, get the most powerful hat in the universe. I need some echo effects on that. I'll work on that for you. By getting a crazy warm hat, this particular hat is from mouseworks.com, link below. I can't tell you enough how much of a difference if you put a ridiculous hat on your head. It might look a little silly, but believe me, having a super warm hat on your head will make all the difference between making sure your hair is a mess, but also keeping you warm. And the last point, the critical point, and you already talked about this, are down booties. Down booties are my secret weapon. I do not go into winter camping ever without my down booties. The few times I've left them at home, I regretted it. Even though I've got a 0-degree bag, I've got a minus 20-degree bag, your feet just are never particularly warm, sticking them way into that sleeping bag and just having them flutter there with wool socks on, hopefully wool socks. Believe me, get some down booties, Western Mountaineering, links below in the description. Cannot recommend it enough. My name is Aaron Linsdau. I'm a polar explorer and professional adventurer. Please check out links in the description to my books, Antarctic Tears, Lost at Windy Corner, Adventure Expedition 1, How to Keep Your Feet Warm in the Cold, the Jackson Hole Hiking Guide, the Most Crucial Knots to Know, the 2024 Total Eclipse Guides, and check out my shows, Antarctic Tears and World Beyond. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to get more info like this.